the starting five for your Orlando Magic. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At center, 6'10", number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. At guard, 6'4", number 4, Jalen Suggs. At forward, 6'10", number 22, Franz Wagner. At forward, 6'10", number 5, Paolo Banchero.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Orlando, on the wings, it's Caldwell-Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now here's Suggs to the inside. Banchero, and the layup falls.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
From 13, and that one's good. Young.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Wagner for 3. Drills it from deep.
The corner is the shortest 3 on the floor. And for Franz Wagner, it's an easy one.
Young looking around. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, the playmaking ability of Wagner is special. He can cut apart defenses with his passing skills.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Young can't hit.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
The 3 from Suggs. And another 3 for Orlando.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. There's Young with the 3. Fires in the triple. Young's got 7 points.
Well, one of the best from deep. Trae Young with the emphatic 3.
Pass to Banchero. in his face. And Carroll's gotten his second bucket of the game. Daniels passes to Johnson. And here's Young. The kick out to Johnson. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Carter, good.
Well, this is Carter Jr. taking what he wants, regardless of the defense.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
A line change here for Orlando. Levert's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Young. He's got 7. And he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
It's Anthony on the take. It's good.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Defensive foul. Trae Young.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Orlando.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
The free throw drops for Anthony. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Now here's Anthony. Isaac's shot is off.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And he makes it on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
To the middle. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. A minute 29 left in the opening quarter. Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Free throw's good. Young.
Yeah, and you know, Young gets to the line as much as any small guard.
Atlanta making some changes here. Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu, and it's Rizache in for Daniels. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
50 seconds left to play in the first. LeVert outside. Outside Johnson. Gets the three to fall. Johnson's got 5.
Yeah, he can hit that. Nice shot there from Johnson to drop in the triple.
Anthony against Young. Wagner. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And Atlanta with possession here. Orlando making their last shot. The shot by LeVert, no good. Anthony against Young. Banchero outside. Releases. Jump shot is good. 6 points for him.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. In the backcourt, it's Anthony and Suggs. And it's Bataze in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Good.
Such raw shooting ability for Risacher in his first year.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Magic. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Orlando leading by 11. Pass to Wagner. Bataze down low. He's checked by LeVert. And Bataze gets it to go. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Hawks trail by 15, and Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor, but now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Niang, he's checked in for Krejci. While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Pass to LeVert. The rebound by Carter.
Wow, missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Suggs finds Banchero. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Hawks trail by 17. LeVert with the ball. 15 in his last outing. Can they get it? Outside man. There's the three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Back to Wagner, beyond the arc. Buries it from three. Wagner's got his third basket on the night right there.
And that's big for Wagner's confidence when he's connecting from deep, especially in these answer three situations. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Suggs. Here's Carter. Hey, rejected by Capella.
An emphatic block by Capella, using his size and strength to shut the offense down.
First team foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Caris LeVert. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
And he can't hit the second. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
And Caro no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's LeVert. Niang outside. This one for three. Nails it from three. Niang's got his first 3 points of the game.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Here's LeVert. Orlando with the rebound.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Orlando.
407 Ken Steve.
Magic on D. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. To the left side wing. Okongwu finds Johnson. Here's Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot on the way. No good on the shot.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And he's going for the oop here. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. Now Young. 10 points for him. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
To halt the run, Daniels misses. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Inside, here's Wagner. And he drops it in from the low post. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Young against Suggs. Young can't hit. Orlando leading by 23. Wagner finds Caldwell Pope. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. He drops it from range. And Carroll's got 15 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
There's Young with the three, and his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
Here's Banchero. Good work there as it goes. He's got 17.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Take a look at Orlando. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Magic.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in, and it's paying dividends, Ernie.
Yeah, I remember those days pounded inside. Break your opponent's spirit.
Easy now. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risacher in at the 3. Here's Young. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
At the line for Orlando, Jalen Suggs. One shot.
One shot.
That's good from Suggs. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 15.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
You have to love the energy and enthusiasm Banchero plays with. He does a lot of special things.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And a deep 3 from Young. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Young. 18 points for him. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Magic Youth Dance Team.
All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. Fourth, the Magic.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Pass to Rizachet. Tipped away. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Wagner gets it to go.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Now Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, he's a terrific distributor. When you leave someone open on Young's team, he's going to find them.
Wagner on the wing. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Puts up a 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Young finds Johnson. Now Young, the 3. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Joseph. And another 3 for Orlando.
I just love the ball.
The Hawks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Rizachet. Off the left rim and out.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Here's Queen. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Karis LeVert's checked in for the Hawks.
One shot.
Krejci comes in for Trae Young. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Krejci. Will it go? It's rebounded by Houston.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And it's good for 2.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Here's Rizachet. From deep, Johnson on target from range. Johnson's got 8.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Okongwu, the pass to LeVert. The 3 from Rizachet. Connects from downtown. He has 7.
I love how competitive this kid Rizachet is, coming right back with his own triple.
A minute 4 left in the 3rd quarter. LeVert attacking. Misses from close range. Orlando's got it going from the perimeter in the 3rd. 4 for 4 so far. And it's Howard finishing it off.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Rizachet. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Good to see Rizachet attacking like that. When he sees the lane open up, he gets real aggressive.
Here's Houston. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Houston's got 5 points in the quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Krejci. And the layup is good.
It's interesting. They definitely had more 3-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Houston passes to Batadze. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Rizachet, no good. Here's Joseph. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Orlando Magic, ahead by a mile with a 38-point lead at the end of the period. And their 3-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. More 2K action in just a moment. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Jonathan Isaac. He's out there with Wagner. And it's Anthony in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, that's where Anthony is at his best, when he's getting downhill and attacking the basket.
Pass to LeVert. And down it goes. 2 points. Here's Black. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Isaac for 3. It's not going to go for him.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Magic ball.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Pass to Wagner. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Wagner loves the ball inside. He makes his money on the block.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And here's LeVert for three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Out to the wing. The baseline, Jay. Shot's good by Black.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Here's LeVert. Atlanta again missing.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And that one drops for him.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And there it is for him.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
Pass to Isaac. Oh, from deep. Drains the triple.
And this is why so many love Isaac. Almost 7 feet tall, able to space the floor, too, with his three-point shot.
LeVert outside. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done. This is where he's so effective, attacking in the lane.
Three-pointer, Anthony. Knocks down the long J.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Orlando has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Capella. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there.
Yeah, and Wagner is a solid big man. He's someone that's going to give you everything he's got every time he's on the floor.
Young from long range. Rebounded by Suggs. The Magic have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Takes a three. Hits a three-pointer.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Here's Young. And miss after miss right now. Orlando has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Banchero's got 24 points.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Wagner for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. And there's 1:38 left in the game. Here's Daniels. Drains the jumper to finish off the break.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And the Magic call time here. Minute 32 left to play in the fourth. The Magic making a switch here. Carter's checked in.
Now in the lineup for your Magic, number 34, Wendell Carter Jr.
Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Sinks the tray.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Magic.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Paolo Banchero.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
Young with the bucket.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Impressive job by this team, and you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Riza, defended by Wagner. Back to Young. Here's the three. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero outside. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
So it's the Magic winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.